Hello, guys. My name is Peris. Welcome to the Teen Heart to Heart platform. And we are here today to talk about teen pregnancy and all the other issues that come with it. And with me are two beautiful girls who will also tell us their names and then we'll have a go at it. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Rita and I'm age 15. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Polines and I'm 19 years old.
Talk about teenage pregnancy. Definitely different issues lead to this, different issues with the different teenagers. And it's also something that I quite ask myself about. What leads this teenager to this place where she gets the early pregnancy, and maybe what can we do? What is the root cause? What can we do? But maybe before we talk about that, uh, as young girls, as young teenagers, what would you say causes someone to go get pregnant? Before they are ready, before they have planned it. Ines, what do you think?
First and foremost, the first thing that comes is influence. Maybe you're influenced. You have your fellow peers. They tell you we have boyfriends you don't have. So at first you'll go and look for one. I mean, if a guy comes and tells you I like you because your fellow friends have boyfriends and you don't have, of course you want to be like your friends and you want to fit in the group. Maybe the guy is not on what is meaning, like the so-called love.
Okay, they don't really love you as they say they do.
Yeah, of course. I was once told that when a guy is a bit older, like at the age of 20s and above, and he tells you like I love you, and you can see that for sure there's no love there. So he definitely wants to go for something else like sex, because most of that most of the relationship, that's what happens. So, and you get in that situation that you've gone, you've had sex, and you get pregnant.
Oh, okay. So the peer pressure.
Yeah.
And I believe that peer pressure is something that is so prevalent with our young people because they're at this age when they're trying to discover themselves. Who am I? And also something that interests me about the teenagehood or the adolescence period is that these young people, both girls and boys, they are trying to learn so that they can grow from the childhood stage to the adulthood. And peer pressure comes in, or any other form of pressure comes in, as they are trying to become the all adults we will see tomorrow. So let's also hear from our girls when they come to this stage when they kumejaa pressure. Yeah, do you go to your parent with this? Is it easy to go to your mom or dad and tell them, daddy, mom, this is happening out there? Yeah, so is it easy to go to your parent?
No, it's not easy
Mm-hmm. So
because
uh-huh,
ukiwa nje
uh-huh.
hapo utaanza kujiuliza maswali mengi like nikienda nikisema hivyo atanifanyia aje? It's like unaanza kujipanga.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not easy.
It's not easy to talk to the parent because you feel like they will judge you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear from Holiness. Have you ever gone to your parent with such an issue? Is it easy to do that?
At a point it depends on the parent and the closeness to your parent.
Okay.
Some parents, they are very harsh, they don't like to understand, and everything you say it's your fault at first. So according to me, I've been in that situation where I need to talk to my mom and I need to tell her what's happening to me. But now I feel like when I tell her, what's the first thing she'll do? What's the first thing she'll say? How will it be? If you turn back, you can see at a point maybe you made a mistake. and it was all your blames. So you find that it's hard for you to go to your parent because maybe you feel she's being so harsh, or she won't understand you the way you want to, and you won't get satisfied with what she'll tell you. Because you can find, let's take an example where you are saying, Mom, there's a guy who tells me each and every time we meet he loves me. Then the first thing your mom will tell you, unatokaga wapi ndo mkutane? At what time do you meet? Na ni kwa nini huwa mnasimama? You see,
Yeah.
such questions demolish you from going there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Very interesting. So our teenagers right here wanatuambia the first thing that comes to their mind when they think about going to their parent is all the questions, all blame like.
Yeah, you see, at first it depends with your parent. Like me, I know my parent very well.
Yeah.
So there's some issues I can't go and tell her because you are in a situation where maybe when you judge yourself, you have a mistake. You see? So when explaining, those questions will come and you'll be like, oh God, now why did I tell her?
You will find yourself in more trouble.
Yeah.
So when you cannot go to your parents, where do you go to relieve yourself of the stress? Where do you go to, I mean, to get rid of the issue? Who do you talk to? Let's hear from Rachel.
Actually, as for many people, they just take it like if my mom has not listened to me, then they take it for granted. You
Okay.
know, but for some few people, they go and share it with their friends so that their friends can assist them with something, you know. And for me, I go and talk to my big sister, and she tells me more about it.
Okay. So you're lucky to have a big sister who helps you.
Yeah.
When you cannot go to your parent, you talk to your sister. What about you, Holine?
Since I have a mentor, by the way, so when things are so worse, apart from talking to my friends, I go to my mentor, where she tells me this and this happens and how to get out of it and how to cope up with it. And I've been in peer team talks where we are taught a lot of things, how to cope with stress, emotions. So I get to learn a lot. That's why at a point, if I'm unable to reach them, I can handle the situation where I can judge myself, and from the knowledge that I've been given to cope up with my stress.
And that is something I believe is so very important, that our teenagers have information that they can use when they find themselves alone, nobody to talk to, but they have something they can tap from, something they have been told before by their mentors, even by their parents. Yeah, and I believe that's a very good thing. Just to talk about another issue, and concerning sex, when our parents are warning us against getting into relationships, they talk about, I don't want to see you with that boy, yeah, stay away from that young man and all that. But do our parents talk about same-sex relationships? Do they talk about homosexuality? And do you think it's something they should address? Is it something that you're facing as young guys? Are your friends out there going through the issues? Is it something that bugs you? And do you think your parent should talk to you about it rather than to concentrate na ile ya, I don't want to see you with the boys and all that? So what do you think, Paulinus?
If now I get pregnant, it will be another issue. I don't want my parents to know about any relationship that I'm in, or when they see me with that guy, it will be another issue. So when you're in a homosexual relationship, your parents won't know because you're told, I don't want to see you with that guy. So when they see you with that girl, the other with
Your
your
same
friend,
sex.
they won't
Friend.
think about anything.
Okay.
So they will be like, hawa ni marafiki. But deep down, you know what's happening. You see? Now, that 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 brings out the issues when ikikuja kujulikana, it's another big issue, and you'll be blamed for it, because in this world you know that even in the Bible, like, man and a woman are meant to be together, and that is it. So when a girl and a girl are found,
That they have been together, they're in a relationship.
now that should be, unapaswa ujue, like, that should not be that way.
But did anyone ever tell you about it?
No, you see, it's hard for one to tell you unless they have experience on it.
Okay.
Maybe your parents have never heard those stories before. Ama they just see it in movies. You see, now they've never faced it, like found uh,
A
an
real
issue.
life
Yeah,
example.
a real life example. So it won't be a big deal not to say it, because you should know about it, that you should know that it's wrong. So it's hard for them to talk about it unless they have found it, they have an experience on the real life.
Anyway, that's interesting. And Holiness has said something. Our parents won't talk about it also to us because they also have not had any experience of it. So, Rachel, do you think mzazi wetu or this parent is supposed to talk to us about it only because they have seen it?
Kwa sababu kuna wazazi wengine yani wanakuwa don't care, wako na watoto lakini wanakuwa don't care.
Okay.
Lakini kuna wengine yani wataona kwa wengine na watakuja kuelezea, lakini si ati watakuelezea kwa undani kabisa, yani ni ile ya juu. Na hao wazazi wakisha kuelezea hivyo, yani utachukulia tu ni kama amekwambia tu just for the sake, kama amekwambia tu juu beshte ameona beshte yake amefanya hivyo. So at a point mzazi akikwambia hivyo, wengine wao wanaichukulia, lakini wengine wanaona tu ama wanaketi tu hapo hivyo wasikilize tu ndo mzazi aone amefurahi, lakini si ati ile mzazi atakuelezea kwa undani kabisa. Ni hard sana kupata wazazi wenye atakuelezea kwa undani kabisa.
All the details.
Yeah.
And when they don't give you all the details, you don't take it as serious.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a challenge that goes out to our parents. Let's talk about all those issues surrounding sexuality with our children openly so that they can take it serious, as we have heard from one of us over here.
Also, I can add that you find that some parents believe in you that you can't do that
Okay. They don't think it's something that can happen
to you,
Okay.
because maybe the way they've raised you, they 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 think that it's not easier for you to be in such a situation.
Okay.
You see, now that's why you find some parents just telling you not to engage in the opposite relations than that, because they don't think it can happen to you, and they don't take it, and maybe they've never felt the consequences of it. Maybe, you see, not like in the opposite sex relations where we can see
Other
the
pregnancies have you.
the pregnancies, maybe the, you see, now on the other side, we find that when maybe lesbians, you can't see or you can't prove that they have been in a relationship. You see, there's
I guess I read what you're saying. When our parents are warning us about don't get into a relationship with that man, it's because watakwambia there'll be pregnancy, you might be infected. On the other hand, we don't have such consequences. But I would say that's a an issue with information. And it's so sad that our parents think that this cannot happen to my child Yet we have all this influence out there, especially from the movies, as you had said. Teenagers, do you have a part to play in this? Do you think there's yes, we have an obligation, hmm? Kwa sababu I would say this comfortably, we own our choices, right? So would you say that as teenagers there's something we need to do? And on this, looking at self-respect, respecting yourself as a young girl, respecting yourself as a teenager. So what would you say about that? Tuanze na holiness.
Yeah, everyone has to make his or her decision. After all, there's a time that you sit and analyze what your friends have been telling you. Having your self decisions also come about the surrounding that you are. If you in a scenario where it includes peer pressure, most of the people, most of the teens fall on it because they need to be
Like their friends.
like their friends.
So it won't be easy for you to stand with your decision, to stand with self-respect when all this pressure is coming to you.
It depends with the kind of person you are. Fanya, it's my life. You see? No, you are kinda. It's my life. No one's life. And there are people who will say, I would rather keep my self-respect to the people than ruining it. You see? Now, those are two different people who one cares about what other people will say, and the
other one
other
doesn't
doesn't
care.
care. So their decisions on the same issue will be so different. The the person who is so concerned about the
The friends, what
surrounding
the friends will say.
probably will take maybe the wrong decision because she wants to fit in the same group, she wants to be like the others, or she wants to get what or to feel how the other people feel. You see?
Direct that question to Rachel. So we have, and I guess you also agree with what Holiness has said. We have two kinds of teenagers. There's one who will go with the crowd. There's one who will say, no, let me stand with my decision. After all, it's my life. If I ruin it because of the friends, I'll carry the
First
burden
the friends.
alone. So where can we get this resilience?
Hautajilinganisha na mafriends wako.
We can avoid comparison. If you don't compare yourself with your friends, you'll be able to stand.
Yeah.
Holiness, do you have something to add on that? What can make us stand with our self-respect, with our values?
Yeah. Also, it comes with self-identity. How you how know you, how much you know about yourself. You must have the ability to say no. You see? Now, the strong ability to say no will make you not to fall in peer peer influence, in making wrong
I
decisions.
believe those are three profound statements from our friend over here. So know who you are, know your crowd. Who are these people? Are they here to help me? And be able to say no. Yeah? Because after all, it's your life. Si ni kweli? So, as we close our, our talk today, I would like to tell this to our parents who might be watching this or who will watch it later. For our children to have self respect, it came from somewhere. And this somewhere, if it's not you, it's no one else. Because I believe we cannot trust anyone to teach our children the values that we would want to see in them. So, mom and dad, let's impact these values in our children, and when they go out there, they'll be able to stand the pressure that will come. Yeah, let's mold watoto ambao wanajijua. Yeah, like Holiness has told us here, people, I mean, individuals who have self-discipline, and this is what will help them to be able to stand against peer pressure or any other form of pressure that will come their way. Sweet, sweet teenagers, this is what I would say. It's your life. Yeah. There's a place we call my health, my choice. Yeah. And I like to translate it into my life, my choice. So it does not matter what is happening around you. Yes, tough times may come, the pressure may be excessive, but watch out for the decisions you make. Watch out for the decisions you make. Make the right choice, it will give you a good life.